Hey everybody, it is Addison and welcome to Addison Unleashed for the day. I am just finishing up with some client appointments in my office and I wanted to touch base with you guys. So the theme of my day, particularly with my clients, has been going out of your mind. And you might go, what is she talking about? So when I say, hold on, I don't have my little phone stand here, which is crazy because I always have my little stand, like a stand or the selfie stick or something with me. Anyway, back to the topic. But when I say going out of your mind, I mean literally getting out of your mind, particularly in your sexing. The fact is we so often get stuck in our minds and it ruins things. It totally ruins things. When we are thinking about what could happen, what should happen, what we want to happen, the past, the future, it's often that, and I find this more for you guys, sorry to pick on you guys because women do it too, but guys, I feel like you start to plan things with your woman. You go, okay, I'm going to take her out to dinner, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then we get into expectations, which is a whole nother video. But you get into this need to create some expectation, and then when your woman is tired or not in the mood, or even if you guys do have sex and you don't maybe get her to where you think you should be able to get her, you get upset. And then ladies, we do the same thing, however we do it in a different way. We, for the most part, some of us do it in the exact same way as the men, but ladies, sometimes you'll get into your head about like, oh, I want him to do this or I want him to do that. And what ends up happening is we get really disconnected from our bodies, and then we create our own expectations, different but still expectations. And this just leads to crap sexing. It leads to people who aren't present in their sexing. It leads to people who aren't present in their relationships. And the truth is, you need to be connecting, even if it's a new partner and you don't have a deep relationship. The fact is, the connection is key to the sex. The getting out of your mind is key to feeling your body, because we cannot have soul shaking, amazing orgasm when we're in our head. I'm sorry, we have to be in our body, we have to be really present, we have to be feeling and just really in that moment. And kind of talking a little bit about expectations, particularly one conversation I had today was all about this gentleman really wanting his partner to be in this state of orgasm. The problem being, there's nothing wrong with that desire. I think that's awesome. However, sometimes that isn't our, and I use the term fault, but it's not really anyone's fault. But if your partner has work to still do on their sex, if they're shut down for this reason or that reason, and again, it's not anyone's fault, but if somebody maybe is stressed out or having a bad day and struggling to get out of their heads, then you're not going to force them out of their heads. If somebody has never been orgasmic, then you're not going to force somebody into being orgasmic. I believe everyone is orgasmic. I truly believe that. But it is about the kind of the build-up, the getting out of your head, the being open, the healing, all of these different elements. And so we tend to create a lot of expectations around sexing instead of just being present in the moment and really just feeling and enjoying that moment. And that goes for our life. So I can talk about how it relates to our sexing, but really it is about just our life in general, really being present and joyful in the moment, no matter what has happened in the past, no matter what's happening in the future, just really being with the person in that moment to build that connection, whatever that connection is. But in order to do that, we have to get out of our heads. we walk around as heads, not full people these days. And I mean, I'm guilty of that too. But it is about recognizing when you are stepping out of presence, when you are very much caught up in your head. And when we get caught up in our heads, we create our own issues. We create problems that aren't there. We disconnect in ways, and so we don't ever really feel or get present with the joy and happiness available in that moment. So my message for today is really try to get out of your head. Try to release some of those thoughts. Now, you might not be able to, I'm not saying to stop the thought, because if you're focusing on stopping a thought, then guess what happens? You're focusing in on it, and so attention goes to that thought. I'm saying to let it flow. Let it go right past you. Refocus in on your body. Refocus in on kind of what's going on in other areas of your life, in your heart, in your physical sensations, all of that, or just in that moment with whatever person you're with or in whatever situation you're in. This is how we're going to open up to our bliss in all areas, but particularly our sexing, since today I talked a lot about presence in sex and getting out of your freaking head. Getting out of your head. Easier said than done, but definitely it is important. If you want amazing sex, people come to me all the time and say, I want amazing sex, Addison. I really, really want to have these mind-blowing orgasms. That's awesome. I support it. Get out of your head, and then you're going to have a much better chance. So it is a rainy day here in Texas, so a perfect day to go and have some yummy sexing time. So go and do that. Get out of your heads, get into your bodies, and have just an amazing Wednesday. I'm sending you all love, light, and blessings, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Bye, everybody.